Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is, when does no contact start working? Now, this is video number 62. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the channel, please write it in a comment below, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and hit like. Now then, when does no contact start working? This is a question that is completely normal to have, because directly after a breakup, our only thought is, when will my ex return? Will my ex return? What is my ex thinking or feeling at this moment? And finally, if you're following my advice, when does no contact start working? This is something that people really are curious about because, like we said, you want to hear from your ex. You're wondering what they're thinking and feeling at this moment, and you're looking for any way to get a hold of them, any way to have them reach out to you. Because if you've gone into no contact, you know one of the biggest reasons that we do it is to walk away, maintain your self-worth, maintain your pride, and tell them that if they're going to throw you out of their life and not put an equal effort to work together to solve this problem, you're not going to have it. And so it helps you appear more valuable. And not only appear, but actually be more valuable. So first off, if you're in no contact right now, props to you. I'm proud of you. Now, no contact is not easy. It's filled with uncertainty, and this is what's so hard about it. So, it's only natural to think, well, when's this thing going to start working? When am I going to hear from my ex? I'm kind of tired of not talking to my ex. And we're plagued with all of these constant questions of, well, I think no contact is actually just going to help my ex get over me. Now, we have a lot of behavioral science that suggests that no, it does the exact opposite. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. The absence of you makes them wonder what you're doing, what you're up to. But to directly answer the question, no contact begins to work when the expectation that your ex has set up for themselves begins to crumble. In other words, no contact can be effective starting day one, but it's made most effective when your ex is going and trying to experience this new life without you, and they have all of these ideas set up as to what it's going to be like. Well, I'm going to go out and hang out with these people. I'm going to put myself in that social circle. It's going to be great. I have all these expectations set up. But in life, expectations rarely pan out. They're made to be broken. So your ex is telling themselves one story, one thing. They have one image in their mind of how their life is going to be. And then it's either going to be better, worse, or completely different than they imagined. And so a lot of things that I usually hear whenever I'm doing a coaching is, my ex came back, my ex reached out, and I was never expecting them to miss me, but they told me that they did, and I can't believe that no contact actually works. But remember here that no contact is a double-pronged attack. You are going and working on yourself during this time. If your ex comes back and you haven't been working on yourself at all, in the ways that you know you need to be working on yourself, and in the ways that affected the relationship negatively, well, then your ex could come back just out of no contact doing what it does best, which is basically removing you from the picture. But if you haven't worked on those things that we talked about, what's keeping your ex back in the picture? Remember, relationships work best when two people are growing together towards a common goal, but no contact will make you appear as though you were once a glass of tap water, and now, once you put it into effect, you'll be as valuable as gold. Now I'm going to repeat that. When you are always at your ex's beck and call, you're always there, you're offering to be friends, you're asking them what they're doing every minute of every day after the breakup. You're like tap water. They can go downstairs and get a glass of you, right? You're always there. You're abundant. You're available. You're not special. There's no value. But as soon as you remove your attention, they begin to notice. But at first, there's some distraction. They're out doing new things with new people. There's novelty. As time goes on, though, what happens with novelty? They get used to it. And that, too, becomes equally as abundant as you once were. But when you begin to pull your attention away and focus on yourself, they begin to think, that's not something I would have expected them to do. I was expecting them to chase and beg and plead, and now here they are pulling themselves away. And I kind of want them because I can't have them right now. They're not abundant like they once were. Obviously, your ex is not having this great monologue inside of their head, but this is what's happening, and we have a lot of behavioral data to prove this. There's a lot of truth to the phrase, distance and absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, when does no contact start working? No contact begins working when your ex realizes that the life that they envisioned for themselves is not going to live up to what they had pictured in their own mind. Now, I'd love to give you a specific date. Oh, well, it will work 3 months right after your breakup. But we both know that I'm not a future teller, I'm not a mind reader, and neither are you, and so we have to really be okay with not knowing an exact date. You need to be okay with the possibility that your ex never reaches out again. It's okay to miss your ex. It's okay if they don't reach out. It's great if they do, but for all you know, by the time you hear from them, you may want nothing to do with them. And so, while this is the end of the video, I want you to focus on what I've said earlier. Do you want to be the type of person who's abundant, who's a yes man, who's always there, and never afraid to be a naysayer, never afraid to stand up for yourself? Or do you want to be a cup made of gold, rare, valuable, and most importantly, attractive? That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you'd like covered in the future. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype or email coaching, all of my services are currently discounted. Be sure to visit thelovechat.net/coaching. Until next time.